Where has my confidence/cockiness gone? Today's stock is RTEC, Rudolph Technologies. Not a whole lot to go over today, but as I've mentioned in other posts, I've purposely dialed back my risk profile in order to build a buffer and a buffer of profits. And I've really done that in the first month. I've been extremely conservative, overly conservative, and actually it appears a lot of my trades have I've extracted a profit, but I've not held them nearly long enough to get a good, solid profit. And today is a classic example of that. Rudolph Technologies makes some type of microprocessors. I don't know. I need to make some stupid Santa Claus / Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer jokes, but I don't have it in me. So big gap up today. You can see that here. So gap up from what 690, 680 to sevens and ran all the way up to 875. Now the reason I show that daily chart is borderline worthless. If you just look at the daily chart, I don't know what you would do with that. But if you look at the 60-minute chart, you will see exactly what I saw. Big gap up again. Looks like 677 was the close, gapped up to 750, and then ran all the way to 880. When I saw it was late afternoon, if I have the time, I'll run a gainers scan in essence and look for huge gainers, and then I try and pick out the shitty little crap ass stocks that are in those gainers and we'll attempt to fade them. Now, what concerned me about Rudolph Technologies is they didn't look like a real company, and so what I did was I took a 100-share position. I really don't like paper trading. Paper trading to me is worthless. I mean, it's neat to simulate trades and do all that shit, but if you don't have an actual money on the line, it's pointless. And then you can tell people about it after the fact and whether they believe you or not, because you didn't have skin in the game. It doesn't matter. So I saw it break down. I look for what I like to look for on these is a confirmed breakdown, and what I mean by that is an hour candle or a bunch of 15-minute candles in a row that show that it really is done. It's over with, and the day traders have left. I saw that at this point in here at 850, and then once it couldn't hold 850, cracked through, I shorted it at 840. And let's get a little better zoom on that. So I shorted 840. Let me get 15 minutes. Faded off the highs, and then it was straight down. And for some reason, that doesn't look that good. Let me change it to a better. I bought to cover right in here at 805 with my 100-share position. So I profited $35. $35 in 20 minutes, or I don't know. I'd have to look at the time in sales, but 20 minutes, $35. But the worst part was I covered at 805 and it touched 760s. So I took 35 cents of profit, but left 35 cents of profit on the table. So the thesis was perfect. This is a trade that I love to make, fade these big poppers. What I don't like is it's a real company, but in essence, the chart I like because that's what I look to do is afternoon fade these. And to me, it's a very high percentage trade and it works a lot of the time. Now, why I went in with 100 shares, I just didn't feel it. I wanted to short it really bad, but I kept telling myself, don't do it. You haven't traded in a few days. It's a boredom trade. Don't do it. So I said, I'll go in with 100. I should have went in with 3,000, maybe even more. Probably, if it was, I would say 3,000 shares is what I would have normally went in with. And then if I was more cocky and held on for the $8 crack, I mean, this could have easily been a $1,000 trade, and I made $35. So That's why I opened the video with wondering where my cockiness is gone. But as soon as I get it back, it'll probably bite me. But I'm happy with the trade. Better than a simulated trade, and it proved my theory right, I guess. So move on to fight another day with $35 in my pocket.